What's up, y'all? It's IKE on the tracks with a tutorial on how to make a trap beat in Reason 6.5 and higher. First things first, I already got Reason open up, but we're going to go to Reason. I'm going to go to a blank document and I'm going to show you how to set it up. But I'm going to work off a template that I already made. But right now, we're going to show you how to set up. Okay, first things first, for the drums, this is what I usually do. This will help you out when it comes to if you want to record and mix. And Reason to help you out later on. So the best way to do it is start with a 14.2 mixer. Label that 14.2 mixer drum mix. Alright. Bam. Next thing you want to do is open up an NNXT. Click reset. Label that NNXT kick. Okay, then what you want to do, turn it on its back, press tab. Press the tab button. Go to direct out on the mixer for the kick. And take the left and click it with your right hand. Just hold it with the right click. Or with the left click button. And move it to 1. And it will hook up the right to the right automatically. It's that simple. Then you want to put this inside the mixer. Keep everything neat. Okay, there you go. You close that. Okay. Next thing, you see how the kick shows up in the mixer and at 14.2 in the drum mix. Okay, next thing you want to do, label the next one snare. Same thing. Go ahead and put it in there inside the mixer. Reset. It give you a blank slate. Press tab again. Left click the left direct out and take it to 2 inside the mixer in the drum mix. You can close it to save space. Next thing you want to do is hi-hat. Same thing. It's just repetitive. Repetition is how you get good at everything that you do. And so that's all you have to do. And reset. Tab. Direct out. Click it with the left click. You should have 3 connections. Tab. So this is the basics for a drum in a trap beat. So that's all I'm going to do for right now. And this is just show you how to do that. Now we're going to go to the template. So we don't need this anymore. I'm going to the template. I have a template already. Now I have sounds loaded in already. See, let me straighten this side. Okay, bam. Okay, what you want to do, I'm gonna start off with the kick, right? And basically when you do your music, when you make a loop, it's usually 4 bars in hip hop, 4 bars in dance music, and we're gonna stick with that. It's a 4/4 signature, and what we're gonna do first is go to loop, go to bar 1. We're gonna work on bar 1 and bar 2, but right now I got a loop for bar 1. Click on it on the NXT on the sequencer. Make sure you click on it and it's gonna highlight itself with a color. It's not gonna be clear, like you see it has a color when you click into it. Bam, bam. See, we're on the kick, and it lights up with the keys. You see that? And click on the screen, and you'll see on sequencer We started with C3 for the original pitch of the sound, you know what I'm saying? That is the kick. The kick and the snares and the high kick, the drum kit I'm using is from primeloops.com. Primeloops.com, in my opinion, have the best kits. Have synths and the other things. You need to check it out. That's primeloops.com. And very reasonable on price too. And this is, I think this is from the world's greatest trap drums, or it's from the ATL All Star drum kit, or maybe it's the Urban Hype drum kit. I don't know. I've got a lot of kits from Prime Loops, and you want to kind of mess with the velocity. But for right now, for the drums, you want to put one on the one. Okay, you want to put it on 1/16. 1/16. Only thing that means, if you know, this is a little basic music theory. 1/16 means one bar will have 16 spaces between it. You see, and if you're there's 16 spaces to the next bar. So you want to put one. You want to put the drum kick. Just click the pencil. Just bam, one right here. Then you count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you want one on the 7. Then the 8, 9, 10. You want one on 10 and 11. Then it's 12, 13, 14. Then you want on the 14. Okay? And this is how it should sound. Let me turn off everything else first. So that kick is hitting. That's trap. Trap, you wanted to beat the trunk up, you know what I'm saying? Especially in the Texas trap. We like that trunk to rattle down south, you know what I'm saying? And make sure your tempo's on 66. That's very important. Make sure the tempo's on 66 for the trap, for Texas trap. A lot of people say trap is 130, 140. To me, that's not trap. To me, that's crunk. You know what I'm saying? Crunk is a little faster pace. You know what I'm saying? Trap is a little more slow. You know what I'm saying? And you want to do the same thing for bar number 2. Is putting 1 on the 1, the 7, the 10, the 11, and the 14. And where you want to change up at, you just control. What you do is click on arrow, hold left click on your mouse until you get all of them. Then you want to control copy, control C, and then you just want to basically, you could paste it if you want to right here, but I'm not going to do it because I already have it right here. And it's basically the same thing. 1 on the 7, the 10, the 11, and the 14. And then on the 4th bar, since the 4th bar is the closing of the phrase, you got to understand that's the end of the phrase. You don't want a beat to be repetitive. People get tired of hearing the same thing over and over and over and over. So at some point in time, you have to close that phrase, and this is a 4/4 signature. So basically, we're going 4 bars and then the start of something new. You know what I'm saying? Something new. You gotta understand music theory. And basic music theory. Get you basic book from Amazon.com on how to learn music theory, and it will help you a lot. But on the 4th bar, we switched it up. We put one on the 1, the 4, the 10, and the 11. Instead of putting one on the 1, the 7, and the 10, 11, and the 14. See, it's a little change. Okay, so they'll know if they're hearing, if they're listening real closely, they'll know that's the end of the loop. Without being repetitive and boring, you know what I'm saying? Again, you can do it any way you want to, whatever sounds good to you, but this is just a basic template of how to make a trap beat. It's hitting. Like I said, we like to bang around here. That's trap. That's that down south music. Got to bang. You know what I'm saying? We like. Oh, what's that? That's the snare. You're not ready for that yet. Okay, next thing we're gonna work on is the snare. Not the snare roll, but the snare. Okay, the snare. That's basically your drums consist of your kick, your snare, and your hi-hats. And anything else you add to it, that's on you. You can add anything onto. It's not any written rule in stone that this is what you have to do. But basically, the basics of a of a drum kit are kick, snare, hi-hats. If you want to add anything else, you can add anything else. But when you start off doing your drums, always use a kick, a snare, and hi-hats. And I'm not the one to always start off using one of my creative process to always, oh, I'm gonna create my drum kit first and then work on my melody. I'm not that person. Sometimes I make a melody chord progression sometimes, and then I you do the kicks last. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear the melody first and then work from there. Um, but this is the kicks. The drum kick is the backbone of the beat. It is the beat. You know what I'm saying? But this for the kicks, you want to go 5 again, 116 on 4/4 signature in the first bar, which is 1 through 16. Let's say 16 spaces per bar. You know what I'm saying? You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 16 in there. And you want to put it on the 5 and the 13. Ooh, that's a nice snare. You want to put it on the 5 and the 13. And then add a little jazz to it. You want to add 5, the 8, the 10, and the 13. You want to add a little more funky to it on the third bar. 5 and 13. There's nothing wrong going back to the 5 and 13. Should be 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you change it up on the 4. But on this one, I did this 2 to add a little more funky to it. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. And then the fourth bar again. The fourth bar, you add 1. Then you want to add a little roll to it. This is how you do a little roll on it, down soft roll. But you put that on 132, so it'd be one bar will have 32 spaces between it. You know what I'm saying? If you count these, it'd be 32 spaces instead of 16 now. The only thing you have to do is go look under snap up there in the toolbar of your reason, and bam, it's 132. There's 164. If you do 164, there'll be one bar with 64 spaces between it. But this is how you get those rolls and get those little drummer rolls, you know what I'm saying, and reason. And put it, you can use this stuff on other DAWs too. It's basically all the same. Like I said, you just need to know a little basic music theory. If you know basic music theory, a little basic music theory, you can use any DAW, you know what I'm saying, flawlessly, you know what I'm saying. But why not use the best? Reason, you know what I mean. Okay. I'm just using, you gotta play with the velocity too, you know what I'm saying. But here you go. Let me see how this sounds. See how it sounds with the kick too. Alright, it's coming alive, you know what I'm saying. You know what it needs. The most important thing. Oh, see, that's how there's a little jazz to it. See, in the snares, let's do the hi-hats now. Let's do the hi-hats. Let me forget about the hi-hats. See the hi-hats? We got those on 132 exactly. You know what I'm saying? You want to do the hi-hats on 132. That means you want 32 spaces again between each bar. Okay, 32 spaces between each bar. You know what I'm saying? Now, count. You want to do every other. You want to do every other. You want those snares to be chopped. And then when you get to right here, you know what I'm saying? It's only 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You want to go smaller. You want to go to 164. You want to go 164. And you want to feel them, just switch it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? 164. Bam. And then you want to go to that bar 2. You want to go back to 132 and go every other. And then add a little, bam. Add a little something right there, you know what I'm saying, to let them know it's not the same as the other. You know what I'm saying? And then you just copy and paste that for that whole bar. That's cool. The hi-hats, simple, you know what I'm saying? Then basically, let's see how that all together. Okay, that's the drums. We got the drums down, you know what I'm saying, for the trap. Now we just need our instrument. We need to probably get a chord progression. if you want to. Do a little melody and a hook, and we down. But we're gonna do all that in lesson 2. This was lesson 1, Texas trap template, how to make a trap beat in Reason 6.5 and higher. This is IKE on the tracks. Hope to see you next time in lesson 2. Until then, keep the beats coming, homie.